Hello. How's it going? It's been a little while since I've done a video, and I've had a little change of environment now as well. It's a bit quiet recording inside, but it's really windy outside and it was messing up the audio, so I thought I'd come inside. I'd just do a few videos here with a nice little backdrop. So I hope you're all doing well anyway. And I want to go straight into it today. I want to talk about surrender. And this word has really impacted my life and changed my life for the better over the past couple months. I just feel so happy speaking about this word, surrender. What does it mean to surrender? It means not to resist. It means to go with the flow of life. You know, it means to go with the flow of your circumstances and the situation that you might find yourself in. That could be anything as well. I really want you to think about this word and just see how you can apply it to your life situation. You know, if you miss the bus, or you lose a friend, or you know, someone leaves your life and you lose a material object, or whatever it may be, you lose your job, you know. And I guess the common word that I'm using quite a lot there is lose. You know, when we lose something, well, sometimes, a lot of the time actually, when we lose things, life isn't really happening the way that we want it to, you know. Life isn't going the way we want it to, and that's the main time when we can really tap into this word surrender, and we can really remind ourselves in the moment, because that's what it all comes down to. Everything comes down to the moment. We can think to ourselves, surrender. Just surrender to the situation. If I can't control it, you know, if you can't control the given situation right now in your life, surrender. You know, surrender to it and just, okay. Because what does that do? It allows you, it gives you the ability to keep looking forward and to see the opportunity that's constantly coming up around us. Life is always happening. Opportunities are always being created for us. People are always coming by. Friends, potential friends, and you know what I mean? You could walk down the street and you could meet your wife on the street, you know what I mean? You could fall in love with someone that you've just walked past. But if you're too busy thinking about, you know, the recent loss of another person, or, you know, you're living in the past, in other words, you're resistant your current circumstances, you're going to miss out on these opportunities. There are a lot of friends to be made, you know, there are a lot of things to be done, there's a lot of opportunity to be grasped and to be taken advantage of. It's there. We're living in abundance, guys. We're really living in abundance. But life is what you make it. Life is what you make it. Now, if you choose to resist the flow of life, if you choose to resist your given circumstances and your situation right now, and you develop that habit to resist and to oppose life, life ain't going to work with you, because you're fighting against it. Because you're fighting against the universe, you're fighting against the flow, you're fighting against the will. Everything is meant. That's what I'm a true believer, that everything is meant in life. From the smallest to the largest things that are happening, that are going on, everything is meant. Now, that does not mean, for 1 second, don't get it twisted, that doesn't mean that I don't think that we have any power, and that I think that we're powerless and that we can't, we don't really have a choice in the way things go, because we do. We have a choice to look forward. We have a choice to take advantage of the opportunity that's there for us, and we've got the chance and the choice to really take advantage of life. We've also got the choice to not. We've got the choice to resist life. We've got the choice to oppose the flow of life. You know, we've got the choice to create opportunity for ourselves. Basically, in other words, we have the choice to see life the way that we want to see it. And the question is, what is the most resourceful and most practical and the most efficient way of looking at life? What's the best way to look at life? From my own experience, the best way to look at life for me is to just trust in the way that things are going. To believe that things are happening for a reason, because a belief system like that is powerful. If you believe that things are happening for a reason, if you believe that your given circumstances right now are right for you, whether you like them or not, they're right for you, that gives you the opportunity to then let go of any resistance and to think, okay, I'm in this situation right now. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can find. What's positive about this situation? You know, what can I find in this situation that I find myself in right now? What can I see that's going to be productive? What can I see that's going to be, that I can use to my advantage? There's always something. There's always something. So if we allow ourselves to surrender to the flow of life, to the way things are going on around us, whether you've lost something or things aren't going your way, surrender to these situations, surrender to these circumstances. Do whatever it is that you can do. Try your hardest. Always try your best. Put 100% effort into everything. Everything that you do, every relationship, every task, every challenge, every job. Put 100% or aim to put 100% into every single thing that you do. But if things don't go the way that you want them to, the way that your mind wants them to, surrender, because it isn't meant for you. It's not meant. Sometimes what we want and what is right for us are two completely different things, and sometimes they're the opposite. Sometimes what's right for us is pain, but we don't want it and we oppose it. Sometimes what's right for us is sorrow, is sadness, is loss. Sometimes we're meant to lose things. Sometimes you're meant to lose your phone. Sometimes you're meant to have a person leave your life. Sometimes you're not supposed to be in that relationship. Sometimes you are supposed to lose your job because there's a better thing working right round the corner. That's a perfect example right there. Let's say you lost your job and you're miserable because you're opposing it and you're resisting the situation. You wish it was different and you're thinking to yourself, man, I wish my circumstances were so different right now. I wish that didn't happen to me. I wish things were this way rather than the way that they are. That you're preventing yourself from finding the next opportunity because there's another opportunity just round the corner that you might not be seeing. So flip it and switch it and think, if you change your perspective right there to a perspective of surrender, where you allow yourself to just surrender to your given circumstances. So let's say you lose your job again. Let's say you lose your job and you're just like, so be it. Wasn't meant for me. It's done. I did the best that I could do. But I lost that job, so now it's time to find the next opportunity. And boom, fast, quick, you meet the right person, they offer you an opportunity, you get a new job and you love that job. Or you choose to go down the path of entrepreneurship. You know, you say, yes, that was a blessing that I lost that job because it's given me now the time and the resources and the passion and the drive and the will to go and create my own business. And you'll be thankful that you lost that job in the future. But it's always in the future, it's always later, after the future has unfolded, that we can then look back and say, oh, I'm so thankful that I lost that thing. But why can't we say it in the moment? Why can't we say it in the moment? And I believe that the reason why we can't say it in the moment is because we're living from a limited perspective, where we're just looking at the given situation right in front of us right now. What's going on right now? Pain. Yeah? But if we can try and see things from a higher perspective, from a perspective that sees the whole picture, and just think, you know what, maybe this pain is actually going to be a good thing for me. Maybe this loss is actually going to be a good thing for me. Maybe missing the train is actually going to be a good thing for me. Maybe missing my flight is going to be a really good thing for me. Maybe losing this object is going to be a really good thing for me. There's going to be some kind of blessing from it, and I will be thankful for it. And if you believe that, then you will find something. You'll find a reason to be thankful for what it is that happened. You'll find a reason to be thankful for that pain, because you'll find growth, and you'll find another opportunity that will come to you that you wouldn't have found otherwise. But it's only possible if you allow yourself to see. It's only possible if you open your eyes, if you surrender to the flow of life and you're looking forward. Because when you surrender, you're swimming downstream. You're going with the flow of life. You're walking with the flow of life. When you're resisting, when you're opposing the grain, when you're going against the grain, you're in a constant struggle. It's difficult. It's difficult to live that way. It's exhausting to live that way. It's much easier. It's much easier to surrender to the flow. And there's a lot more to gain that way too. Because if you resist, you're walking backwards. And you might not see what's right there in front of you, because I'm telling you, when one door closes, 100 open, 1,000 open. New opportunities are always being created, guys. Always being created, and it's up to us to change our perspective. Life is perspective. How do you look at the world? That is it. Your life is determined by how you look at the world. So choose to surrender. Please, I'm inviting you guys, think about that word, surrender, and just keep it in your mind. Keep it in your mind. Write it down. Stick it to your wall. Surrender. And the most important thing is the moment. The most important thing is the moment in the heat of the storm, in the eye of the storm. Can you remember the word surrender? Can you remember when you're getting angry? Can you remember when you lose something? Can you remember when a person leaves your life? In that moment, in the moment of most pain? Because that's what it all comes down to. It all comes down, and never mind after, oh, I could have done this, or I could have done that, or I should have done that. When the pain is past, when the situation's past, it's easy to flip your perspective then. But what about in the moment? So, next time you find yourself in the moment, remind yourself, surrender. Write it on a piece of paper and keep it in your pocket and think, surrender. What does that mean? It means to flow with life. It means to go with the given circumstances that you're in. It means to try as hard as you can, to do all that you can do. But if things aren't going your way, accept them. Because the faster and the quicker that we learn to accept our given circumstances when they're not going our way, the faster and the more able we will be to take advantage of the opportunity that does lie ahead. Because it's never running out, guys. Opportunity is infinite, okay? So that's the end of this video. Peace, and thank you so much for your time. Check out my Instagram, team_physical. I'm sharing ideas on how we can exercise and get healthy and take control of our health, which is our wealth, without any equipment or dependency on another human being or a piece of, equipment, whatever. It's all bodyweight training. All bodyweight training. You can train outside, you can train in your house, you can train in the shower. You can exercise in the shower. No matter what your circumstances are, we can do it, guys. We can take control of our health, control of our lives, and better the relationships that we have with ourselves and with each other. So that's the purpose of Team Physical. Check it out on Instagram, team_physical. There's a whole library of exercises on there. So check it out, see you in a bit. And I hope maybe you get some inspiration and some golden nuggets from it. Catch you later, guys. Take it easy. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thank you so much. And I'm wishing you all the best. Have an amazing day. Really enjoy yourself and do what you're passionate about, okay? Get outside your comfort zone as well. Do what's uncomfortable for you. Right now, it's new. It's new for me, you know what I mean? But it feels good. So, do what challenges you. Challenge yourself. Put yourself out there. Change your situation. And surrender. Go ahead.